from carbon number 1, nilipat niya yung phosphate into carbon number 6. Okay? So madali lang siya matandaan. So sir, sana nakita yung glucose 6-phosphate na yan. So balik tayo ng glycolysis ngayon. O sige, dito na lang sa gluconeogenesis. Makikita rin naman natin yan. So nag-produce na from glycogenolysis, no? Nag-produce ka na ng glucose 6-phosphate. So 2 ways yan pwede mangyari, guys. Okay? Yung na-produce natin na glucose 6-phosphate, pwede siyang mag-undergo ng glycolysis or pwede siyang mag-undergo ng gluconeogenesis. Okay? Pag nag-undergo siya ng glycolysis, itong glucose 6-phosphate, mangyayari dyan, pababa lang yan. Ipa-follow nyo lang yan to the point na makapag-produce ka ng pyruvate molecule. Okay? So, pag nag-undergo naman siya ng gluconeogenesis, ang mangyayari sa glucose 6-phosphate mo, i-convert muna papunta ng glucose bago siya i-convert ulit ng katawan natin into pyruvate molecule using the process of glycolysis. Okay? Nagets ba yun, Sheila? Thumbs up kung nagets. Lugata si Sheila. Pakakain lang. How about you, Angeline? Nagets naman?
Yes po.
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Sige. Again, ha, yung na-produce natin ng glucose 6-phosphate, pwede siyang mag-undergo ng 2 ways. So makikita nyo rin naman dito pag inaral nyo yung glycogenolysis pathway. No? So si glucose 6-phosphate, napunta siya dito sa glucose 6-phosphatate, naging glucose siya. So this, sorry, colorblind ako kung green or orange line yan. So this green or orange line represents your gluconeogenesis while the blue line represents your glycolysis. So ito naman, no, nakalagay naman dito, glycolysis. So your glucose 6-phosphate will be transformed into your pyruvate. So from pyruvate, papasok na siya ng citric acid cycle using pyruvate dehydrogenase, acetyl coenzyme A. Okay? However, yung pyruvate natin kasi guys, pwede siyang matransform into lactate using the enzyme lactate dehydrogenase. Okay? So aralin natin itong lactate metabolism pagbalik natin sa fermentation biochemistry. But for the meantime, know that your pyruvate can be transformed into lactate via the lactate dehydrogenase. So aralin natin yung pathway na yan pag pupunta na tayo sa fermentation biochemistry because it is part of your fermentation. Okay? Nagets ba? Thumbs up kung nagets yung process natin. Ayana, Chrislyn. So maiksi lang yung glycogenolysis. No? Actually, ang importante lang guys sa glycogenolysis is the first 2 process. So yung glycogen transformation into glucose 1-phosphate via glycogen phosphorylase and the conversion of your glucose 1-phosphate into glucose 6-phosphate via the enzyme phosphoglucomutase. Kasi pagdating yan ng glucose 6-phosphate, mag-undergo na lang yan ng gluconeogenesis or glycolysis. So once na nakabisado niyo yung glycolysis, gluconeogenesis, maning-mani na lang tong glycogenolysis. Magdadagdag na lang kayo ng 2 process. Yung pataas ng glucose 6-phosphate. No? Okay? So next, after your glycogenolysis, so meron siyang lysis ha. Ibig sabihin, nag-breakdown ka ng glycogen. Okay? So the next pathway natin is your glycogenesis. So from the root word genesis, no, nag-produce ka naman ngayon ng glycogen. Okay? So sir, kailan nangyayari ang glycogenesis? So kunwari si Gian napasobra ng kain no, sa samgyupsalan, napasobra siya ng kain ng kanin, naka 4-5 cups of rice siya, and instead na mag-exercise, instead na mag-basketball si Gian, ang ginawa niya ay natulog. Okay? So, anong gagawin nung body mo na natulog ka? Siyempre, magkakaroon ka ng excess glucose build-up sa katawan mo. And imbis na itapon niya yung excess glucose nyo, what will happen is that itatransform ng katawan natin yung glucose na yon papunta ng glycogen as energy storage. No? Kunwari, naisipan ni Gian, ay, hindi mo na ako kakain ng hapunan, hindi mo na ako kakain ng agahan kinabukasan. So, imbis na mag-produce na ng glycogen yung katawan nyo, i-breakdown niya na yung na-produce na glycogen from the glycogenesis. Nagets po ba yun, Gian? Harville? Okay? Sige. So, madali lang yan. So, first step, glucose to glucose 6-phosphate. That is just the first step of your glycolysis. So, gumamit ka ng glucokinase. Huwag kayo malito ha. Sa glycolysis, ang ginagamit nilang term is hexokinase. So, pag sinabi kasi nating hexo, that is gluco in general. Okay? Glucose yon. Kasi remember from... Ay, sorry, hindi pa nga pala tayo nag-tackle ng eksperimento. Okay, know that your glucose is a hexose sugar. Kaya hexokinase is the same as your glucokinase. Tandaan nyo lang yon. Okay? So pag naaalala nyo yon, wala na kayong ibang anuhin. Ha? Glucokinase is the same as your hexokinase because your glucose is a hexose sugar. Okay? So yung first step is just the first step of your glycolysis and actually the last step of your gluconeogenesis. Last step siya kasi, di ba sabi natin pataas yung gluconeogenesis. So yung glucose 6-phosphate itatransform pabalik ng glucose using glucose 6-phosphatase. So the first step is the first step of your glycolysis and the last step of your gluconeogenesis. Okay. So your glucose 6-phosphate will be transformed into glucose 1-phosphate. So saan ba natin nakita ulit si glucose 1-phosphate? Balik tayo ng ng glycogenolysis. So nandito siya sa glucose 1-phosphate. Sa glycogenolysis guys, kinonvert natin si glucose 1-phosphate papunta ng glucose 6-phosphate using the enzyme phosphoglucomutase. However, for glycogenesis, we're going to convert naman si glucose 6-phosphate papunta ng glucose 1-phosphate using the same enzyme, phosphoglucomutase. Again, mutase enzyme, naglilipat lang yan ng functional group. So in this case, no, from the carbon number 6, nalipat siya sa carbon number 1. Okay? So this process actually consumes 1 mole of magnesium ion. So it requires magnesium ion. Hindi yan mangyayari pagka kulang ka ng magnesium. Okay? So sometimes, guys, no, consume less magnesium para less yung pag-produce ng katawan natin ng glycogen. Kasi kung walang magnesium, no, hindi magfa-function yung glycogenesis. Yan lang yung may tip ko sa inyo. If nagpapapayat kayo, consume less magnesium because your body cannot really produce any glycogen without magnesium. Pero not to the point na wala na talaga yung kino-consume na magnesium, ha? Baka magkasakit naman kayo pag ganon. So ano ba yung pagkakulang ka ng magnesium? That would be your hypomagnesia. Okay? So nakapag-produce na tayo ng glucose 1-phosphate. Papapuntahin natin siya ng glycogen. Okay. From glycogenolysis, no, madali lang yung process. Glycogen to glucose 1-phosphate using the enzyme glycogen phosphorylase. Actually, ito yon. Ito ha. Glycogen to phosphorylase papunta ng glucose 1-phosphate na doon sa kanang part ng circle or ng cycle. Okay, glycogen to glucose 1-phosphate using the enzyme phosphorylase. Madali lang yan. Eh paano sir, pag gusto nating gawin yung glucose 1-phosphate papunta ng glycogen? So gagamit tayo ng what we call your UDPG pyrophosphor nakakabulol. Let me ulitin ko ha. Pyrophosphorylase. Okay? So UDPG pyrophosphorylase. So isang enzyme yun ha, isang buo siya. UDPG pyrophosphorylase. So sir, ano yung UDPG? So yung G doon sa dulo represents glucose and then yung U sa UDPG, that is your uridyl. So URIDYL ha. Wala kasi yan dyan, wala yata yan sa module, no? So UDPG, that is your uridyl, URIDYL. Okay? D for di. Tapos P for phosphate. So meron kang uridyl diphosphate glucose. Kasi yung UTP, that's your uridyl triphosphate. Okay? So ito yung nasa kaliwang side ng cycle. Meron kang UTP, that's your uridyl triphosphate. So from glucose 1-phosphate, it will be transformed into UDPG. Again, that's your uridyl diphosphate glucose using the enzyme UDPG pyrophosphorylase with the help of UTP. Nagets ba yun? Jean? Gets naman, Joker? Thumbs up. Okay, so once meron ka ng UDPG, pwede na natin siya i-convert into glycogen using the enzyme glycogen synthase. Okay? So actually, sa cycle na to, okay, since tinawag natin siyang glycogenesis, dito pa lang, pag nakapag-produce ka na ng glycogen, tapos na dapat yan. But it's a cycle, no? Pagka tapos mo mag-produce ng glycogen, tapos bigla ka nag-fasting. Kunwari si Raven naman, kasama niya si Gian, kumain ng samgyeopsal, napadami sila ng kain. So nag-produce sila ng glycogen. Tapos nag-fasting naman sila, no? So, hindi sila nag-dinner, hindi sila nag-breakfast kinabukasan. Okay? So, yung body nila, ita-transform naman yung glycogen back into glucose 1-phosphate using phosphorylase. Okay ba, Raven? Nagets? Okay, sige. So madali lang siya, no? Actually guys, ang pinakamahirap lang na part dito sa carbohydrate metabolism is itong citric acid cycle tsaka itong electron transport chain. Pero once na familiarize nyo na yung sarili nyo sa glycolysis, everything is just a derivative. Okay? So dito sa gluconeogenesis, pabaliktad lang na glycolysis to. Itong glycogenolysis, pabalik lang, magdadagdag ka lang ng 2 steps. Tapos itong glycogenesis, pabalik lang ng glycogenolysis, no? So madali lang siya. So ang mahirap lang talaga dyan na medyo kabisaduhin is yung citric acid cycle tsaka yung electron transport chain. Okay? Tatlo na lang, patapos na tayo. Tapos makakapagpahinga na tayong lahat. Mukhang napagod kayo sa orientation. Kamusta pala orientation, Angela? Mukhang nag-enjoy kayo lahat. Okay naman. Mika, mainit sa din eh, no? Okay? So tatlo na lang. Meron tayong pentose phosphate pathway or yung PPP natin. Okay? So dito naman sa pentose phosphate pathway, ang main substrate natin is actually your glucose 6-phosphate. Okay, saan sir nakuha yung glucose 6-phosphate? Balik tayo ng glycolysis. Okay? So sa glycolysis natin, di ba? Ang tagal po, sir. Okay. Hindi ko nga alam kung bakit. 4 na oras lang dapat yon. Baka nag-enjoy sila sa pagsasalita. No? Iniksihan ko nga lang yung part ko doon yung video presentation. Hindi ko nga alam kung pinlay nila Pinlay ba nila? Anyway. So again, from your glycolysis, nag-produce tayo ng glucose 6-phosphate. So, itong glucose 6-phosphate na to, we can feed this into the glycolysis or gluconeogenesis, or we can also feed that into your pentose phosphate pathway. Okay? So ito siya, glucose 6-phosphate. Okay? So we can transform this glucose 6-phosphate into 6-phosphogluconolactone using the enzyme glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase. So, sir, nakakita na naman tayo ng dehydrogenase. So dehydrogenase, nagtanggal ka na naman ng hydrogen o nag-produce ka na naman ng nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Okay? So from that, meron ka ng 6-phosphogluconolactone. Ita-transform natin siya sa 6-phosphogluconate using the enzyme gluconolactonase. Okay? And from 6-phosphogluconate, phosphogluconate, medyo nakakabulol na siya. Ita-transform natin siya into ribulose 5-phosphate using the enzyme 6-phosphogluconate dehydrogenase. So meron na naman tayong dehydrogenase. Sir, edi nag-produce na naman tayo ng nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. And in this case, nag-produce din siya ng CO2. Okay? So yung na-produce na CO2 na yan, lalabas yan into the lungs. Okay? Next, meron na tayong ribulose 5-phosphate. Sir, meron ng ribulose 5-phosphate. That is actually the namesake of your pentose phosphate pathway. Kaya siya tinawag na pentose phosphate pathway kasi pentose, 5 sugar. Yung ribulose natin is a 5 sugar molecule. Okay? Si glucose kasi is a hexose. Tandaan ha, si glucose hexose sugar siya. Si ribulose is a 5 carbon sugar. Kaya siya tinawag na pentose. Ang labo po, hupo. Sige, try natin i-zoom in. Pasensya na, malabo. Malabo pa din ba? Okay na ba, Angeline? Okay, so meron na tayong ribulose 5-phosphate. So we can convert that actually using two enzymes. No? Yung ribulose 5-phosphate natin mako-convert into two substrates which are your ribose 5-phosphate. Huwag malito ha. From ribulose 5 into ribose 5 using the enzyme ribulose 5-phosphate isomerase. So isomers sila ng isa't isa ha. Ribulose to ribose isomerase. So isomers ng isa't isa. And then syempre hindi nakakalito kasi ribulose 5. So yun yung previous substrate natin, isomerase. And then we can also convert your ribulose 5-phosphate into cellulose 5-phosphate using the enzyme ribulose 5-phosphate 3-epimerase. So kung yung nasa kaliwa, isomers of each other, yung nasa kanan naman is an epimers of each other. So na-discuss na yan sa lecture probably kasi nakita ko na yan na in-story nyo eh. So isomers tsaka epimers. Okay? So si ribose 5-phosphate is an isomer of your ribulose 5-phosphate and your cellulose 5-phosphate is a epimer is an epimer of your ribulose 5-phosphate. So hindi yan nakakalito. Okay? And actually, you can convert both of those substrate, yung ribose 5-phosphate natin and si cellulose 5-phosphate, papunta sa glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and pseudoheptulose 7-phosphate using the enzyme transketolase. So transketolase yan. Trans, tapos keto, tapos lase. So medyo malabo kasi. Okay. Sir, meron ka ng glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Actually, saan natin nakita si glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate? Guys, balik na naman tayo sa glycolysis. Di ba sabi ko sa inyo, pag nakabisado nyo sa glycolysis, derivative na lang yan. So saan natin nakita si glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate? Ito. So sa step 5 ng glycolysis natin, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Okay? So nakapag-produce na tayo ng glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate at saka pseudoheptulose 7-phosphate. So we can convert both of those substrate into fructose 6-phosphate plus erythrose 4-phosphate using the enzyme transaldolase. Okay? And then, syempre, pero ka ng fructose 6-phosphate. Saan naman nakita si fructose 6-phosphate? Pero ka sa glycolysis. So, dito na lang. No? So, fructose 6-phosphate, pwede mo na siyang i-feed sa glycolysis. Okay? And then, si erythrose 4-phosphate. So, meron ka mga lumulutang na cellulose 5-phosphate. Saan galing yung cellulose 5-phosphate? Nandito rin siya galing sa PPP natin, no, sa pentose phosphate pathway. It can react with the help of your transketolase enzyme to produce glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate tsaka fructose 6-phosphate. And then, itong dalawa na to, i-feed natin siya pabalik ng glycolysis. Okay, nagets ba? Kanina na ba tayo? Angela, Mika, nagets? Gets? Okay? So sir, bakit ginawa ng katawan natin yan? Bakit hindi na lang siya mag-focus ng glycolysis? No? Bakit kailangan pa niyang gawin yung PPP? Actually, your PPP is relatively important, guys, sa process of your bloods. No? This is especially important sa ating red blood cells. So si red blood cells, hindi siya kasi nag-undergo ng hindi siya basta-basta nag-undergo ng glycolysis. No? Nag-undergo muna siya ng pentose phosphate pathway bago siya mag-undergo ng glycolysis. Okay? So itong pentose phosphate pathway, again, nangyayari lang siya sa red blood cells natin. Okay? Nagets ba, Mark? Sheila? Okay. Madali lang siya makabisado, no? Ito lang upper part niya medyo tricky. Pero kaya niyo yan. So sa exam kasi, usually ang ginagawa ko lang, draw the pentose phosphate pathway, ganon. Draw the citric acid pathway draw the electron transport chain, draw the glycolysis. Ganun lang naman yan sa exam. So wala tayong multiple choice. But rather, kailangan, syempre, kabisado natin siya. Okay? So next, we have, so second to the last, which is your fructose metabolism. So, saan nagagaling yung fructose? Usually sa kinakain din natin. So, mahilig ka sa fruits, maraming fructose yan. Pero sa atin, bakit kaya tayo tumataba pag umiinom tayo ng soft drinks? Sa lahat ng pathways natin, wala tayong inaral, guys, na kahit ano, no? So, to convert that into fats, but rather sa glycogen. Okay? Pero yung fructose kasi, guys, dito sa fructose metabolism, ito yung pwede natin i-convert into a triglyceride. Nakikita niyo yan, no? Meron siya conversion into triglyceride. Okay? So bakit tayo tumataba? Because mataas tayo consume ng fructose. So sino ba yung mga inumin na mataas ang fructose? Actually yung soft drinks. So familiar kayo sa HFCS. So high fructose corn syrup. So that is the main sweetener of your soft drinks. Okay? So from fructose, pag naka-consume ka na, ita-transform siya sa fructose 1-phosphate using the enzyme fructokinase. So meron kang kinase enzyme, ibig sabihin nag-attach ka na naman ng phosphate group. Di ba? Madali lang tandaan. Kinase nag-attach or nagsusubtract. So in this case, nag-attach ka ng phosphate group, kaya si fructose naging fructose 1-phosphate. And then from that fructose 1-phosphate, so babalik ka na agad ng glycolysis. Okay? So ita-transform natin si fructose 1-phosphate into dihydroxyacetone phosphate tsaka glyceraldehyde using the enzyme aldolase. And then this dihydroxyacetone phosphate can actually be converted to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate using the enzyme triose phosphate isomerase. So pabalik ka na ng glycolysis. So meron ka ng glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. So ayan na, papunta ka na ng pyruvate using glycolysis. No? And then yung kabila, no, nag-produce tayo ng glyceraldehyde, we can actually produce glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate using the enzyme triose kinase. Okay, kinase na naman, sir. So, ibig sabihin, nagdagdag ka lang ng phosphate. So, from glyceraldehyde, nagdagdag ka ng phosphate group sa third carbon. Okay? And then, that glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate can be fed into the your glycolysis process to produce pyruvate molecule. Okay? So, from that, no, i-feed na siya sa acetyl-coenzyme A, and then from acetyl-coenzyme A, actually yung acetyl-coenzyme A natin is actually a substrate for fatty acid synthesis, no? Pero meron pang ibang substrate yung fatty acid synthesis natin, which is your glycerol tsaka glycerol 3-phosphate. So, paano ba nakakapag-produce niyan? Okay, tingin tayo sa kanan. Glyceraldehyde to glycerol using the enzyme glycerol dehydrogenase, and then glycerol to glycerol 3-phosphate using the enzyme glycerol kinase, and via the process of esterification, it will be transformed into triglyceride. So yan yung fats natin. Okay? Kaya tayo tumataba. Okay? And then, another process is the conversion of your dihydroxyacetone phosphate into glycerol 3-phosphate via the enzyme glycerol 3-phosphate dehydrogenase. So, dehydrogenase na naman, sir. Nag-produce ka na naman ng nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide and a hydrogen. So, hindi na lang pinakita dyan. Okay? So from that, i-convert natin siya into glycerol 3-phosphate, and via the process of esterification, magiging triglyceride na siya. So yan yung nagkukos ng pagtaba natin. No? Kaya pagka inom ka ng soft drinks, i-convert ng katawan mo yung high fructose corn syrup sa soft drinks papunta sa triglycerides. Okay ba, Mika? Mark? Mga mahilig sa soft drinks? Hila? Si Angeline, mahilig sa soft drinks? Or pag may gin lang? Okay. So si Ayana, no, umiinom lang ng soft drinks pag may gin. Ganun. Chaser. Yung ginagawang chaser yung soft drinks. Okay, so last na. Di ba? Madali lang. So, ito maiksi lang to, sobra. So, galactose metabolism, question. Bakit gene, sir? Ano ba dapat? MP lang, no? Masyadong hard yung gene. Sa Alfonso. Okay, fine. Mga ano lang. Mga whiskey tsaka brandy lang iniinom ni Angeline. Mayaman pala to. Kasi yung gin, no, tinitimplahan ng tang. Okay, gets. Okay. So, galactose metabolism. Saan ba nanggagaling yung galactose? Usually sa gatas. Sino mahilig sa gatas? Si Harville, si Gian, mahilig sa gatas? Ay, hindi ka mahilig sa gatas. Okay. Hindi rin mahilig sa gatas si Gian. Okay. So, usually yung galactose na nanggagaling sa gatas yan. Okay? So, kasi di ba, lactose is a polymer, a combination of your galactose tsaka ng glucose. So, pag nag-breakdown tayo ng lactose, magkakaroon ka ng galactose. Okay? Your galactose is actually metabolized by the liver. So, dito muna tayo sa kaliwa, ha? So, si galactose will be converted into galactose 1-phosphate using the enzyme galactokinase. Okay? So, meron ka na namang kinase, nagkabit ka na naman ng phosphate. Okay? So, meron ka namang galactose 1-phosphate. So, itong galactose 1-phosphate na to, sa pagbasa pala ng pathway na to, guys, dito na tayo sa arrow sa baba. Sa gitna pala, sorry. So, meron ka ng galactose 1-phosphate. I-convert natin siya sa glucose 1-phosphate via the process of galactose 1-phosphate uridyl transferase. Pero, we can also convert this into UDP galactose, no, from UDP glucose. So, saan galing tong UDP glucose? Sa glycogenolysis natin, saka sa glycogenesis. Dito, nababalik lang siya. So, ito siya. So, ito si UDP glucose, si UDPG. So, si UDP again is your uridyl diphosphate. Okay? So, parallel siya nangyayari with your glycogenolysis tsaka glycogenesis, galactose metabolism. Pero for galactose metabolism, ang may pakilang tayo usually is yun nasa kaliwa. So, meron ka ng glucose 1-phosphate, i-convert natin siya to glucose 6-phosphate using a mutase enzyme. So, sino yung mutase enzyme na yun? Na-discuss na natin kanina. Ito, si phosphoglucomutase. So, meron kang glucose 1-phosphate now. I-convert natin siya sa glucose 6-phosphate using the enzyme phosphoglucomutase. So, yun yung mutase enzyme na nandito. So, meron ka ng glucose 6-phosphate, mag-undergo na siya ng glycolysis. Okay? Okay, punta naman tayo sa kanan. So, si galactose 1-phosphate, pwede siya mag-react with UDP glucose to form UDP galactose, and this UDP galactose can be converted into lactose. So, importante ito pag sa mga lactating mothers, kunwari buntis ka, tapos nanganak ka, tapos kailangan mo mag-lactate, syempre magbe-breastfeed ka, no? Kailangan mo mag-produce ng lactose. Paano ka nagpo-produce ng lactose? Using this cycle as well, no? So, si UDP galactose, magpo-produce ka ng lactose using the enzyme lactose synthase, no, with the help of addition of glucose. Okay? And then that UDP galactose can be converted back into UDP glucose using the enzyme UDP galactose epimerase. Okay, so recall ha, your glucose is a isomer of your fructose and your glucose is an epimer of your galactose. So, pag nag-convert ka from glucose into fructose, isomerase enzyme yung gamit natin. And if nag-convert ka ng glucose into galactose, epimerase enzyme yung gamit natin. Gets po ba, Jean? Jade? Okay. Saan na tayo? Si Kerr, na-gets? Raven? Angela, si Mika, nagets ba? Si Mark, si Sheila. Okay, o diba? Tapos tayo. So that ends yung 9 pathways ng carbohydrate metabolism natin. Mukha lang siya mahaba. Pero again, ang tip ko sa inyo, familiarize nyo muna yung, ito muna tatlo yung unang aralin nyo. No? Glycolysis, citric acid cycle, tapos electron transport chain. Now, pag na-master nyo na yung tatlo, Yung the rest, yung 6 is just a derivative of your glycolysis. Again, gluconeogenesis, kabaliktaran lang ng glycolysis. Si glycogenolysis, magdadagdag ka lang na 2 step. Si glycogenesis, magpo-produce ka lang ng glycogen. Sino may question? Okay, re-reviewin na lang yung cycle. Sige. Si pentose phosphate pathway, mga lang siyang mahaba, pero kasi ito importante lang to sa red blood cells. Okay? And then, fructose metabolism, pabalik lang din yan ulit ng, what do you call this? Pabalik lang yan ng glycolysis and of course, production of your triglycerides. And then, si galactose, no? Pabalik lang yan ng glycolysis and production of lactose or lactating matter. Okay? Madali lang yan. Promise. Questions? Wala. Uwian na kayo, no? Or may klase pa kayo after nito? May result pa ba kayo?
Yes po, sir. May result pa.
Sad. Di pa kayo uuwi. Anyway, kung nasa 14-16 naman kayo ngayon, pwede naman kayo tumambay dyan for online class or kung nasa laboratory kayo. Okay, so hindi ko na kukunin yung oras nyo. Pwede na kayo magpahinga. Meron pa kayong 45 minutes for your next class. Thank you for the discussion and have a nice day, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you po.